This is the ISHL Game of the Week, tonight live from the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. It's a South Division matchup between third place Strake Jesuit and fourth place Ridge Point. Michael Silver's here with David Feliciano, and it's the final weekend of the regular season, and the playoff situation is all but decided in the South Division regardless of the outcome tonight. Strake Jesuit is locked in as the third seed. Ridge Point will finish in fourth place, and both will play in the first round 3 weeks from tonight.
South once again, the group of death, as they call it in the World Cup. San Antonio, another great season. Memorial, just a solid program every year. And Jesuit, sort of a new program, if you put it that way, having a good year at 13-4-1. Ridge Point, boy, they're in a tough division, but they're hanging in there at fourth.
The Crusaders are the hottest team in the league. They've won 4 straight with an opportunity tonight and Sunday against Tomball to close out the season on a 6-game heater.
Yeah, they've won 4 in a row. They beat Ridge Point 8-2 their last meeting. Again, this tough division, you really school yourself for a postseason run. So Strake is finishing very strong.
And the Panthers lost to San Antonio on Sunday 4-1, but a win or even just a point tonight ensures that they finish the season above 500.
Yeah, Ridge Point, the epitome of a 500 team, which we'll talk about all the way across the line. But again, if they finish strong here, they should feel pretty good about the next few weeks.
Coming up next, we will have the scratches for tonight's game, along with the goaltending matchup, the starting lineup, and of course, Dave's keys to the game. We're just getting started here. This is the ISHL Game of the Week on the Legacy Sports Network.
Bring in the new year with a bang? Top Dog Fireworks is your place with a massive selection of amazing, high-flying, colorful, professional-looking fireworks. Top Dog Fireworks offers great buy one, get one free deals on select fireworks from multiple categories. Can't decide on exactly what you want? Their staff can help you set up the most unforgettable fireworks show. Visit TopDogFireworks.com to find directions to a location near you. And the best selection in Houston, Top Dog Fireworks. Say it with a boom. Bonfire Wings is a neighborhood-based, fast casual counter-service restaurant. Bonfire Wings specializes in 12 unique flavors of hot wings. Traditional favorites like gumbo and boudin are mainstays. They boast wing sauces with creative names such as Cajun Mojo, Garlic Parmesan, Spicy Creole, Insanely Hot, the award-winning and top seller Honey Barbecue, Hot Lemon Pepper, and Sweet Heat. 2 Houston area locations including in North Shore on Wood Forest Boulevard. Bonfire Wings, genuine Creole, uniquely Cajun.
We've got the power to make things right. Mr. Electric, show you the light.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric.
Blue Sky IT Partners solves your toughest technology challenges so you can capitalize on your biggest business opportunities. We're in the business of creating clarity and challenge solving. We are experts in telecom, cloud, and cybersecurity, and we help you navigate the moving target that is today's IT landscape. Visit our website at blueskyitpartners.com. Blue Sky IT Partners, creating clarity, delivering impact.
Senior night for the Strake Jesuit Crusaders, so they're going through their senior night ceremony before warm-ups get underway inside the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. 4 seniors for the Crusaders under head coach Jeff Kipp, Logan Graham, Ethan Ramuth, William Mahalik, and goaltender Christopher Smith. Scratches for tonight's game for head coach Jeff Kipp. Thomas Pawalski is scratched along with Troy Brannon, Joseph Corridor, Luke Depew, and Thomas Jackson. Meanwhile, it's going to be tough sledding for Ridge Point. They're without their top scorer, Timothy Wang, a sophomore. The Junior Arrows, the 16U club, is traveling this weekend. It's a big weekend for them, so in that respect, the Panthers will be without their top scorer. Elsewhere, also scratched are Jackson Gross, Jonathan William, Dara Rajagopal, and Kai Woods. Our goaltending matchup tonight For Strake Jesuit, it is Christopher Smith, 9-4-1 on the season with a 2.26 goals against average, which is second behind only Ryan Valdiviso of Memorial West in this ISHL 2023-2024 season. Also second in save percentage with a .930 save percentage. He's tied for third with 9 wins, 3 shutouts, puts him tied for second. He'll be dealing with Joshua Konchak on the other end of the ice. He's fourth in save percentage with a .906 save percentage and a .319 goals against average. He's 7-5 on the season. A couple of good goaltenders for us to watch tonight.
Yeah, Strake's goaltending has been very good this year with Smith and Saratatsev. Their GAA is right around 2. Konchak's gotten a lot of time this year. 13 games, 7-5. Really good experience for him. 3.19 in a tough division, so solid season for Konchak.
Time now for our starting lineups. They're brought to you by Bonfire Wings, genuinely Creole, uniquely Cajun. For the Crusaders, 13-4-1, third in the South Division with 27 points. Starting up front will be Logan Graham, Ethan Ramuth, and William Mahalik. On defense, David Rayom and Richard Sallow. Meanwhile, for Ridge Point, 10-9-0, 20 points, fourth in the South Division. Head coach Darcy Ryan will start Emmaus Shaw, Boston Schindel, and Hayden Haas up front. On defense, Cohen Manthe and Jeffrey Zuo. Again, Ridge Point without their top scorer tonight, Timothy Wang. And this was a team that lost to Strake Jesuit back on November the 6th, 8-2. The Crusaders scored the game's first 6 goals and took the suspense out of it early. Carter Kipp led the way with a hat trick. Timothy Wang and Hayden Haas scored the 2 Panther goals. Christopher Smith got the starting goal for the Crusaders and made 31 saves. Michael Fry was in net for Ridge Point that night. He stopped 27 of 35 shots on goal. Time now for Dave's Keys to the Game. They're brought to you by McCree Ford. Grab the keys to your new or pre-owned Ford. McCree Ford, that's my dealer.
Well, as Mike said, Ridge Point missing Wang and a lot of other players. They only have 8 skaters, I'm counting, so barely, not even 2 lines. 500 team, they score about 4, they give up about 4. Their power play not so good, so they've got to try to improve that tonight, keep the pressure off Konchak. Konchak, he can only give up about 2 goals if you're going to beat Jesuit. For Jesuit, they are missing a couple of good players in Brandon and Depew, but still solid at the top with Kim and Matthews, Logan Graham, so they can lean on their big guns. Good goal differential and a solid power play. Try to get up early and put this one to bed.
On the other side of this break, we will drop the puck. Final weekend of the ISHL regular season and our final ISHL game of the week here on the Legacy Sports Network.
Now for your Wellness Minute with Dr. Steve Hotze.
Not only do your allergies contribute to missed days at work and increased healthcare costs, allergies also contribute to overall poor health and can decrease your quality of life. Allergies cause your cells to release histamine, which causes inflammation. This inflammatory response can affect your sinuses, lungs, skin, nerves, joints, muscles, and other organs. Allergies can begin at any age, even midlife, and if left untreated can lead to sinus infections, skin disorders, asthma, migraines, and insomnia. Medications can only mask symptoms. Experience shows that it's better to prevent the underlying allergic reaction. Imagine how nice it will be to enjoy the outdoors without suffering from allergies.
The Hotze Health and Wellness Center identifies the root cause of symptoms, helping to restore your health. We resolve allergies naturally and conveniently with our new state-of-the-art low-dose immunotherapy treatment. Call a wellness consultant today at 281-990-4793. That's 281-990-4793.
Time to buy, sell, or lease residential or commercial property? Kim Walt and Danette Watuski with RE/MAX Results will help make it a smooth transaction. Their customers deserve and will receive the finest service ever offered by any real estate agents. RE/MAX Results. #Real Estate Pros. Like Kim Walt says, your home, your future, our commitment. Their phone number is 713-777-SOLD.
Everything we do at Blue Bayou Cafe starts with the food and ends with our world-famous G-Style crawfish sauce. Enjoyment of good food is the foundation of society and defining expression of a culture. Our food takes from the great melting pot of French, African, and Spanish traditions that gave us Cajun, Creole, Tex-Mex, barbecue, and more that are all celebrated in the Bayou country of Texas. Our world-renowned G-Style crawfish sauce is the perfect sauce to go with all of our delicious traditional cuisines. Go visit our location off the I-10 East Freeway in Houston, Texas. Blue Bayou Cafe. Go get some live crawfish today.
At McCree Ford, we know you have a lot of choices on where to buy your next vehicle. We have spent over 70 years treating our customers like family, and our mission is still the same, to treat you with honesty, integrity, and respect. Come see us. There is no obligation to buy, and we can walk you through our transparent process. There are no surprises at the end. Plus, McCree Ford customers can take advantage of our free Loaners for Owners program. Come see why our customers say, McCree Ford, that's my dealer. Located on I-45 South, exit 19 in Dickinson, or shop McCreeford.com.
South Division standings as we're getting ready for puck drop here at the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. San Antonio locked in at first place. They're done 16-2-2. They finished the regular season with 34 points. Memorial West has one more game to go. That's tonight following us here at the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center against Cy Woods. They are 3 points behind, so they are locked in regardless of the outcome in second place. We've already told you that Strake Jesuit and Ridge Point are the 3 and the 4 respectively. Seven Lakes is 5th place with a 5-12-2 record, 12 points. PFC brings up the rear at 2-15-2. First round matchups are set for 3 weeks from tonight in the South Division. Strake Jesuit will take on Pearland Friendswood. Ridge Point will face off against Seven Lakes. San Antonio and Memorial West each have first round byes. They will play the winners on Saturday in 3 weeks' time. Over in the North Division, Klein has one more game to go. That's tonight against the Woodlands. They're 1 point ahead of Tomball for first place in the North Division. After that, it's College Station in third. The Woodlands coming in this weekend in 4th place. Cy Woods and Fair Creek each have 7 points, so they're 5 and 6. So what we do know is that both Klein and Tomball have first round byes. But after that, it's going to be settled after this weekend.
Exactly, and certainly winnable games for Strake and Ridge Point in those first rounds, and we're looking forward to it. San Antonio, we'll see if they can defend.
San Antonio defeated Strake Jesuit for the Justice Cup last year. A decisive 7-2 victory for the Junior Rampage.
Yeah, I mean, that's a program, they got up here pretty darn quick. A victory last season. Of course, if the travel involved, you think that's going to wear on them, but once again, they've proven this season that has not been the case.
The officials for tonight's game, the referees are John Dibburn and Dexter Benda. George Lahaki and Chris New are the linesmen. John Dibburn actually played in the inaugural season of the ISHL for the Taylor program back in 1997, 1998. Graduated a year after I did, so we're roughly the same age. He's coming back from broken ribs. He suffered in an adult league game. Saw him last week. We live up in the same area in Cypress, and he's feeling a lot better.
I was wondering where he was all season. Now you tell me. That's good. I'm glad he's feeling better.
Christopher Smith to our right. Joshua Konchak to our left. Strake in white, Ridge Point in black. Good crowd on hand for senior night for Strake Jesuit. William Mahalik skates in to take the face-off against Hayden Haas. This is our final ISHL game of the week for the 2024 season.
Sorry, Mike. Short bench once again for Ridge Point.
And off we go. Haas wins the face-off, but it's going to be controlled by David Rayom. His older brother James was a senior last year. As the puck goes all the way down, Richard Sala will play it in his own end, back out to center. Ridge Point missing Timothy Wang. Jeffrey Zuo ices the puck all the way down the ice from his blue line. And an early offensive zone faceoff for the Crusaders.
They still got a lot of firepower without Wang. I mean, Blake and Schindel and Ryan and Haas all have 20-plus points on the season.
Haas will take the face-off. against Jonathan Matthews. And it's a win for the Panthers. Wound up the boards and out to center ice. Shot back in on a backhand. Delayed offside is on, but it gets kicked out anyway by the Panthers, where it'll be controlled by Carter Kipp, who's back from a 1-game suspension for Neen, which was given also a 10-minute misconduct last game. A shot, they score. Early goal, Logan Graham, is 13th of the season, and at 49 seconds of this one, it's an early 1-0 lead for the Crusaders.
Logan Graham, the big defenseman, one of the bigger players out there, defenseman's dream. He took it into the offensive zone by himself and unopposed. A big early goal for the defenseman.
Graham's 48th career goal, one of just 4 seniors this season, had career highs in goals and assists last year as a junior. Here's Sammy Blake in deep, watched by Carter Kipp in the corner. He played up the boards and out as Kipp gets it out to the neutral zone. Handed back right defense for Valerie Kupich to play. This is her last regular season game, a senior for Ridge Point. Graham plays it up the left wing boards, ahead for Anders Jenman. He finds Carter Kipp, left-handed shot. It gets blocked right in front of him. At the side of the net, he shoots again, and a save by Konchak. Spun back, Rayom shoots, blockered away by Konchak from the left point. In deep, Matthews is tied up. Puck gets by Kupich, it's below the goal line. She's able to work it back out just to the blue line, spun in back deep for Matthews to play below the icing line. He's in the right wing corner. Watched by Ryan, loses possession. Sammy Blake lifts it out to center. He comes charging in, down left wing. Blake across for a backhander and a save by Smith. That last opportunity was off the stick of Brendan Ryan, who just shot it back in to the offensive zone. Played there by Rayom. Hassan on the forecheck. Sammy Blake helped, and then Rayom takes him down. Puck still in the left wing corner as we're 2.5 into the first period. 1-0 Strake on a goal at 49 seconds by Logan Graham. Here's Minthy with a high shot. That's shouldered away. Rebound by Blake, was sent wide off his backhand. Good offensive zone pressure and a shift here for the Panthers as Haas loses control, kept alive by Manthe at the blue line, and it's controlled momentarily by Rayom, but then there's a centering pass that took a couple of deflections to the near boards. Spun in deep by Manthe, played there by Strake Jesuit, but they can't clear the zone. Again, quality shift here by the Panthers. Schindel now has it in the right wing corner. Boston Schindel, 16 goals, second on the team. Probably going to be leaned on really heavy here tonight by Darcy Ryan, his head coach, as David Rayom is able to glide it out to center ice and send a rink-wide pass to Nolan Oftenspring. He's cut off by Zuo. They tie each other up on the inboards. Shaw couldn't work the puck up the boards. It's kept alive by Matthews, and a centering pass deflects off a couple of skates to the near boards. Backhanded towards the slot by Sallow, lifted back out by Ridge Point, and shot back in by Schindel. And Smith has to play it to his left, deflects off of Schindel's body and ricochets down for Logan Graham, the goal scorer, to carry up the middle of the ice from right to left, gain the offensive zone, shoot from distance and shoot wide. 4 minutes gone by. Here's Matthews swinging it in deep. Ibrahim, one of only 2 Panthers to skate in every game. Here's Matthews. Matthews has it in the corner. Nice takeaway by Ozarkoya's active stick. But again, they can't clear the zone. Good work on the back check by Matthews to spin it in deep. Long shot, takes a deflection. The shot came from the point by Graham. The chip by Anders Jenman. And then a shot goes in.
I think that went off for a Ridge Point player, but they'll credit somebody close.
Let's see who leads the handshakes.
44.
That's Jonathan Matthews.
Yeah, it may have gone off Matthews or a Ridge Point player, but a deflection nonetheless will count. And Strake, 2 goals in less than 5 minutes. Matthews.
It's a team that's averaging 3.8 goals per game. came in 5th in the league and goals scored with 69. Here's another shot, and David Rayom's shot goes off the shoulder of Konchak and out of play.
Well, Ridge Point can feel pretty good. They had a shift a little while ago. They kept it in the Crusader zone for about a minute. Good pressure, but they could not come away with one.
Darshan Patel has his practice jersey. Apparently he forgot that there was a game tonight.
Oh, those high school kids.
Rayom at left defense, shoots,
Whoa.
oh, and they score. It popped the bottle top of the Gatorade bottle, and that's the second goal of the game, third goal, and this is the first for David Rayom. That is his 4th goal of the season, and it's already 3-0 Strake, and we're not even 5 minutes through. And a goaltending change.
Yeah, when you say blue line goal, that was a literal blue line goal, as Rayom was about 2 steps inside the zone and just put it on net. He got good mustard on it and went in and hit the bottle, as Mike said, and they're yanking Konchak already.
Michael Kreis steps in. 3-4 record this season with a 5.34 goals against, 845 save percentage. Really rough start for Konchak. 3 goals inside 5 minutes. Strake Jesuit is in command early.
2 by defensemen.
Remember, back in November, they scored the game's first 6 goals when these teams first met. Took the suspense out of it early, and right now it looks like it's trending that way again.
Yeah, and these goals are a little bit too easy for Strake. 2 of them, I mean, they just sort of put it on net and went in.
Officials are talking with Jeff Kipp at the Strake Jesuit bench. This is a team, Dave, that finished their first season 20-0, lost in the South Division final to Ridge Point, who ended up winning the Justice Cup back in that 2022 season. Last year, they lost 3 games in the regular season, still finished first place in the South, and got to the Justice Cup final, lost pretty good to San Antonio 7-2. Now they come in 13-4-1 and in 3rd place. A lot of that has to do with the fact that San Antonio moved from the north to the south. With Cinco Ranch closing up shop, the ISHL moved them to the south to even up the divisions.
Yeah, I thought that 20-0 Jesuit team they're going to run the table, but playoffs said otherwise. That was a solid squad.
Yeah, and that final against Ridge Point, they lost 5-1.
I remember that game. They might be talking about if things get out of hand, they're going to run the clock, you'd think.
Right now, there's only 10 skaters for Ridge Point. I know they will run the clock with a 6-goal lead as that puck is flipped out of play by David Rayom, but I don't know if you run the clock unless it's the 3rd period and there's a 6-goal lead. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out if Strake gets up by 6 before the 3rd period. But they were also talking with Jeff Kipp. I didn't see any of the officials come over and talk to Darcy Ryan, bench boss of Ridge Point.
Yeah, it might be a little early to talk about the clock.
Faceoff comes outside of the Crusader zone. And it is won by Often Spring. But it's Ryan who controls in the offensive zone with a wrist shot and a save by Smith. Brendan Ryan, a senior, 11 goals, 25 points for the coach's son. This is a Ridge Point team that's actually averaging more goals per game than Strake Jesuit, 4.3 goals a game.
Yeah, they got some firepower. I think they're a little smaller than Jesuit. They got some good players.
Kupich has it right defense. Slides it to the far boards out of the reach of Ibrahim, and now Logan Graham is hassled, but he's able to skate it out from right to left. Give it across to Rayom with a wrist shot score. Woo. Over the shoulder of the new goaltender, Michael Fry. And Rayom scores his second, and it is 4-0. Just over 5 minutes into the first period.
Well, the score is defenseman 3 and John Matthews 1, and Rayom and Graham are tearing it up. I mean, they're taking it into the zone themselves and shooting.
And again, Strake Jesuit, just like they did in November, taking the suspense out of this one early. Here's Hayden Haas trying to filter it ahead for Boston Schindel. There is a penalty, and it looks to be on Strake Jesuit.
Probably a high stick has knocked Haas over.
That's Logan Graham who's headed to the box. Holding is called.
Yeah, Haas got hit pretty good, and hey, good situation here for Ridge Point trying to get on the scoreboard. It's been a tough early 6 minutes.
This is a Mr. Electric power play. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better for Ridge Point. They have the 10th ranked power play in the league, 9 of 56 this season against the league's best penalty kill. The Crusaders killing nearly 87%. They've allowed 6 power play goals. They've scored 3 shorthanded goals. 20 seconds already killed, and on the shorthand it is sped ahead for Matthews, who tried to get it across to Carter Kipp, and he will skate it back into the neutral zone and take precious time away off this Panther power play. Played to the neutral zone from right defense by Rayom, skated in by Haas, down right wing. On his backhand, in front, and a save by Smith on Brendan Ryan at point blank range. Strake able to clear the zone past left defense, and Ibrahim. Just over a minute to go on the man advantage. Down left wing, here's Schindel. Schindel with a tough angle shot that was blocked in front. And Carter Kipp with speed will gallop from right to left. And across the line on the shorthand. Carter Kipp tries to send a centering pass to the slot. It's intercepted by Haas and skated down left wing through the neutral zone by Ryan. But his pocket was picked by Kipp, who had his pocket kicked by Schindel. His shot is wide. 35 seconds remaining on the power play. Cohen Manthy's shot deflected up the high glass off the body of Carter Kipp. Kipp, a junior for Strake Jesuit with 15 goals. Here's Manthy looking for a lead pass. Now it goes to Sammy Blake. Skates in on right wing from left to right. Shoots high and wide off the high glass. Rayom looking to skate it out of his own end, finds Richard Sallow ahead for Matthews. Rink wide pass is essentially cleared back into the Panther zone, and that does it for the Panther power play. Logan Graham is sprung from the penalty box. 7.5 to play first period. 4-0 Strake Jesuit. Michael Silvers and David Feliciano in our final ISHL game of the week for 2024. Puck in the offensive zone for Ridge Point. It's worked free to Blake. In the corner, centering pass is blocked, and then another centering pass is chipped back up top for Kupich. Her shot, I don't know if that reached Christopher Smith or not. Eventually ricochets to the right wing corner, then Azakoya skates by it behind the goal, and now it's a one-on-one tie-up. Puck is worked free. Here's Azakoya. Centering feed goes to Blake, hard off his stick, soft backhander hit the side of the net. Ryan recovers, and then Azakoya cycles it in down low for Blake. Another good shift for the Panthers. They could use a goal. Brendan Ryan, his centering pass is kicked all the way out to the point. Kupich couldn't maintain the zone, and it's skated in by Mihelic. Mihelic swings and misses on the backhand. Looks to filter it back, and he finds Christopher Wright. Puck is bouncing around. Kupich gets control, and he's able to clear the zone as Blake goes down, and he takes John Yates down with him. It was all incidental. And then another Crusader goes down. That was Wright. And it's skated back into the offensive zone by Mihelic, looking to feed Patel, but that pass was blocked. And back comes Ridge Point. 2-on-2 as Ryan shovels it in. 6 minutes to go. First period, 4-0 Strake Jesuit. A couple of goals by David Rayom, a goal by Logan Graham, and a goal by Jonathan Matthews. Up top, Haas swings it in down low. It's blocked by Patel. And he will flip it back out to the neutral zone, trying to find Ethan Ramuth, who ends up turning it over to Haas, and he hands back to Manthy at right defense. Up ahead for the chip in by Brendan Ryan. I need a break. Feel free to chime in a little bit. Haven't had a lot of whistles. 5.5 to go. Down in the corner, Schindel. In deep. Haas at the side of the net. It comes all the way through to Schindel. A shot from a sharp angle, and it's fought off by Smith. Schindel's able to get the puck and cycle it in down low. Rayom winds it back up the boards on the reverse. Schindel plays it in deep. Behind the net, it's Ramuth. Winds it up the far boards. Zuo keeps it alive before he ends up turning it over to Rayom. Up the right wing for Graham. Graham holds and will kind of take it back to the red line, get tied up with Hayden Haas, And it kind of looked like right now Strake Jesuit with some of their top end players are taking their foot off the gas a little bit. Here's Haas shooting from a tough angle, and again off the shoulder of the goaltender, Christopher Smith. In deep, Haas try to get it through the legs of John Yates. It's chipped out of the zone, and here comes Logan Graham. Across the blue line, long range shot off the stick of Michael Cry, who is in for the starter, Joshua Konchak, who gave up 3 goals inside 5 minutes and was pulled by head coach Darcy Ryan. Still in the offensive zone for Strake, down the right wing corner, and a penalty will be called on Ridge Point. Extra attacker out on the ice. Nope, Christopher Smith just stayed in his crease as the penalty is called, and it'll be on Cohen Manthe.
Probably roughing Manthe, driving his opponent into the corner. Yeah, Mike, that was a long stretch of about 5 minutes. That was a pretty good shift by Ridge Point. They've had 2 really good shifts, and they have 5 shots. So they have some chances for goals. Obviously, they're down 4-0, but the offense has shown something.
Mr. Electric power play for Strake Jesuit. We have the power to make things better. Up top, Logan Graham with a wrist shot and a pad save by Cry. Strake able to recover. Carter Kipp shot blocked by Blake, and he will not clear the zone. It was blocked by Kipp. High slot shot off the glove of Cry. A save is made. Strake's power play is 6th in the league, 12 of 53, against the 4th best penalty kill. Ridge Point killing at nearly 84%, and on the shorthand, Ryan is shouldered off the play by David Rayom. Ridge Point has allowed 6 goals on the kill, and they have 1 less shorthanded goal than power play goals allowed. 1:15 left of power play time. Kipp across for the shot. They score, and it is Logan Graham's second. It's a power play goal, and it is now 5-0 Crusaders.
4 defenseman goals tonight. 2 by Graham, 2 by Rayom, all within 12 minutes. So Konchak gave up 3, and the last 2 goals given up by Cry. And big night for the backliners tonight, Mike.
Ridge Point has it in the offensive zone. A backhander by Haas over the goal. Spun up the far wing boards by Cameron Brown, getting a shift here late for Strake Jesuit in the first period. That puck, it's loose in the crease and then swept out by Strake. That's going to roll all the way down. Cry will play at the side of his crease. Oh, he swung and missed on his first attempt.
It's getting a little sloppy.
Shaw goes down, chipped ahead, Schindel. Now Zuo skates from left to right, had his pocket picked by Mihalik, and he filters it back into the Ridge Point zone. 2:40 to go in the first period. It is 5-0 Crusaders. Stepping in for a long shot, Hayden Haas. And he shot it wide, and it ricochets all the way back down into the Panther end. Ridge Point, 2-time Justice Cup champions, last winning in 2022. Shot by Rayom is deflected off the stick of Zuo behind goal. And he'll skate up the far wing boards from left to right, out of his own end, and with speed he's going to try to chase it down. In front of him is Cameron Brown, able to work him off the play. And then Schindel make it Blake, lifts it back into the Crusader zone. Less than 2 minutes to go as Cameron Brown will skate it through center. Swiping at it, good piece of defending in the neutral zone by Ryan. And now Blake will turn with it back into the Crusader zone. On right wing, a backhander hits the side of the cage. Another pass, this time from below the goal line by Blake. Never got to Ryan, and he is taken down by the big man, Logan Graham, one of the alternate captains for Jesuit. And he'll shoot from the neutral zone, and he'll whip it wide of the target with 1:25 to go. Manthe, whose penalty put Strake Jesuit on the power play, in which they scored. Logan Graham's second power play goal of the season, forced out the center by the Crusaders. Backhanded back down the left wing boards by Manthe with a minute to go here in the first period. Azakoya takes the puck from the neutral zone. Tried to stick handle through Richard Sallow at defense, but Sallow able to win that battle and get it back out to center ice. Here's Azakoya skating back in, dropping it back to Ryan with 45 seconds to go. Ryan from the right circle, his shot is chipped away in front of goal by Rayon. Off the boards, out of the reach of Often Spring, and Ridge Point do an excellent job of keeping it on the blue line. Here's Ryan, forced into the corner by Sallow. Spins, sends one all the way across. That went through Azakoya, who's positioned at the top of the crease. Manthe cycles it in down low for Azakoya. Down the goal line is Blake, and that into the catching glove of Christopher Smith with exactly 18 minutes to go.
Now, Ridge Point does have 7 shots. They've had a few looks, just haven't put it past Smith yet on his senior night. A dominant defensive period for Strake Jesuit. The backliners they're just taking it up. I mean, it's too easy for them.
Ridge Point had a 3-game winning streak snapped by San Antonio on Sunday. They started the season 3-0. They were 10-9, 12 seconds left here in the first period. Schindel got tied up with Sallow, and 5 seconds are left in the first period. Puck is loose up top, but it's going to be skated out of danger by Rayon, and that does it for period number 1. Strake with an onslaught. They lead at 5-0. This is the ISHL Game of the Week on the Legacy Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Hotze. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you fed up with your doctor giving you drugs simply to mask your symptoms rather than treating the cause? As you age, I believe you should be brimming with energy, vitality, and enthusiasm for life. The Hotze Health and Wellness Center treats individuals from all over the country and world in an environment of extraordinary hospitality. We specialize in the treatment of allergies, yeast, replenishing natural hormones, vitamin and mineral supplementation, and a healthy eating lifestyle, all of which boost your immune system, increase your energy level, and your health span. If you'd like to obtain and maintain health and wellness naturally without pharmaceutical drugs, then contact one of our wellness consultants today at 281-698-8698 or visit HotzeHWC.com and request a free copy of my best-selling book, Hormones, Health, and Happiness.
To be a mentor, you don't have to have some special talent. That's why we're having some real-life mentors sing for us. Hit it, guys.
Row, row, row your boat, gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Thanks, that was awful. So remember, to mentor a child, you don't have to be perfect.
Row, row, row your...
Please stop. You just have to call Save the Children toll-free at 1-877-BA-MENTOR.
A message brought to you by Save the Children and the Ad Council.
First period in the books, and Dave, 5-0 Strake Jesuit.
Yeah, they got 5 goals on 10 shots, batting 50%. And as I said, Ridge Point, 7 shots, nothing on the scoreboard. If Chris Smith holds them off, that'll be shutout number 4. We've got a long way to go. I'd like to see if the Panthers can get on the board here.
Smith to our left, Try, who replaced the starter Joshua Konchak after Konchak gave up 3 inside 5 minutes. He's given up 2. Strake Jesuit will skate from left to right here in the second period. And Ridge Point from right to left. Kip loses the second period face-off. Schindel had his pocket picked by Genman. Up the right wing boards, it's played into the corner, down low by Carter Kip. Filters one in front, and it went through the legs of Jensen. Now it's Schindel, who skates down the left wing, chips it into the zone. Here's Logan Graham, taking it from left to right. Will he go coast to coast? Graham looking for the hat trick, he shoots! Saved by Cry. Rebound behind the net, shot by Carter Kip. Played at the boards, but they couldn't keep the zone. And David Rayon will, they're gonna say that was cleared by Ridge Point for Icy.
If you look at the old clips of Bobby Orr, that's what Graham's doing. I mean, he's taking it at his own blue line, inside his own blue line, length to length with power. I mean, he's really trying to get that hat trick.
Strake Jesuit has one more game following tonight, and that is against the second place team in the North, Tomball, at 6:45 on Sunday. They're coming off a 3-1 victory over Seven Lakes which they outshot the Spartans 30-13. Brannon, Pawlowski, and Graham all scored. Nikolai Saratadsev, freshman goaltender, got the start. He was 12 of 13 in the victory. Shot wide of goal by Ridge Point. Blake tied up by Sallow in the corner. Patel keeps it moving to the far boards. Chip down low to Azakoya from Ryan. And Patel gets control, tries to clear it out, does. And it's David Rayom who will skate with speed from left to right. Looking to snap one, and he does, right over the glove of Cry. Matthews plays one into the slot. It is intercepted by Manthe, and he clears it back into the Crusaders zone. 90 seconds into the second period. Clearing attempt is stopped by Manthe. Down low, Azakoya looking for a centering pass. They score! Sammy Blake. Smith's shutout bid is over on a great play. Azakoya to Blake, and he gets one back for the Panthers on his 13th goal of the season.
I knew they had it in them. And great positioning by Blake. He just stayed by the left post, and Azakoya, a spinning pass right in front. Good job by the Panthers to stay with it.
Blake, a sophomore. His mother, Erin, manages the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center.
Now that's the connection.
Oh, it makes sense. All right. Here's Logan Graham trying to get it right back. Shot right off the side of the cage. Played up the boards, but not out. Sent in down low by Mihalik. Ridge Point able to keep it moving. They'll skate it out 2-on-2. Mihalik hurries to get back on the back check, and a long-range wrist shot goes wide off the stick of Ryan. Blake centers one behind Ryan, but he recovers, flips it in down low, and it'll be deflected off the body of Oftenspring, who gains control of the puck, finds Logan Graham, who plays it into the offensive zone, tries to whip the shot, but he missed. Manthe tries to tie up his stick, and he will win that battle, but he couldn't clear the zone. Slapped that at the left point by Patel. In down low, Ridge Point keeps it moving, but they can't clear it. Stopped at the half wing by Oftenspring, and that puck gets by the defenseman Mihalik at the right point. Comes out to center ice, whipped back in by the Crusaders, but was behind the red line, so they ice it with 2:50 gone by in the second period. 5-1 Crusaders.
Yeah, you got to think about the fatigue at this point for the Panthers. Again, they have two lines. That's it. And it's probably starting to set in, but if they can get another goal here, try to make it interesting.
Haas and the captain, Carter Kipp. The face-off to the right of Christopher Smith. It's a win, and Ibrahim shoots it wide. Patel below the goal line, lays up the far boards. Kipp couldn't clear the zone, kept it alive. Good play by Kupich. Kupich has it go between her legs, but not out, and a long shot went off the glove of Smith from the right point. Now Haas controls. He tries to flip it all the way across for Boston Schindel to control. Schindel with a centering pass. That goes behind everybody. Now Ibrahim whips a shot. That is blocked and almost kicked out with the right skate of Drayon, but now a long-range wrist shot by Haas is fought off by Smith. Shaw tries to get it in deep to the corner, played to the half wing, and then we skated out. It's a 2-on-1 with Kipp. Kupich the only one back. It's a pass across, and Rayon, wrist shot saved by Cry as he came out of his crease. A couple of whacks at it on the rebound, and Strake still can't score. That was Dean McCulley on for a shift here in the second period at point-blank range. Comes back to Smith, who plays it around the boards. Patel leaves it in the defensive zone. Shaw working with it in the corner, finds Haas, pass in front, and an active stick by the goaltender Smith. Gets that puck out of harm's way. From left to right and across the blue line. Kipp, stick handling, and Ibrahim able to sweep it away into the corner. Schindel controls for the Panthers. Plays it off the boards, and it comes all the way back down into the Strake Jesuit zone. It's a skate race. Patel leaves it for it to be played by Cameron Brown up the middle of the ice. Here's Carter Kipp. Down to Logan Graham, who will shoot it in. Manthe tried to get up the right wing boards, kept alive by Brown, spun in deep. Zuo chases after it, and he's able to get it a little bit behind by Carter Kipp, but Carter loses it anyway. And here comes Blake skating down right wing. He's the goal scorer for Ridge Point. Goal that came at 1:34 of this second period. Patel couldn't clear the zone, keeps it alive. Ryan down low for a backhander, and Azakoya is robbed by Christopher Smith. With 5:01 gone by in the second period, 5-1 Strake Jesuit.
That's still good pressure by the Panthers. Azakoya, the assist man on the first goal, always in there on the action. So some good pressure. The shots are 3-2 this period with the advantage Ridge Point.
Face-off win for the Crusaders, but Zuo keeps it alive, left point. Works it in down low. Salo clears the zone. Manthe at right defense. Pass Ryan at right wing. Chased down by Salo. Worked up the near boards to Rayom. Rayom gets it back by Matthews. Manthe to the blue line for Ryan to skate in from right to left. Looking for a wrist shot. Now he passes to Azakoya. Deflects off of him and rolls down to Smith, who drops on it. 9:26 remaining in the second. Still 5-1 Strake Jesuit lead.
Yeah, Strake, you're right. I think they've taken the foot off the gas a little bit. Just not a lot of intensity, and it's a little bit more pond hockey for Strake now with this lead.
Ibrahim at left defense. Down the boards for Blake. Blind centering pass is picked off by Rayom. He'll skate it out from left to right. Holding. Try to get it down low for Matthews, and a backhander and a save by Cry as he stopped Anders Genman, freshman for Strake Jesuit. He has 3 goals on the year.
Strake has a really good future in front of them. I mean, we have senior night tonight, and none of their top 4 scorers are seniors.
And this is actually, the 4 seniors are the most they've had in a season. They had 3 in each of the first and second seasons of their existence.
Yeah, none of their top 9 of their top 10 scorers are underclassmen. Juniors and below, I mean.
Valerie Kupich tried to play it in her corner. Not blocked, but Schindel softly lifts it out to the neutral zone. Haas skates in from right to left, down right wing. Haas whips a shot and a save by Smith.
Hey, the Panthers look really good this period. I mean, making Smith work a little bit. Smith a little shaky on some of these initial saves, but he's last couple have been real good. But I think they have another one in them.
Strake came in 4th in the league in goals scored with 81. 6th overall in goal differential, +4. Strake Jesuit 4th with a +30 goal differential. Schindel battling for the puck at the blue line. Cleared by Patel. Ibrahim turned over in the neutral zone. Ahead for Logan Graham at the top of the left wing circle. Wrist shot, save Cry. Mihalik keeps it alive, left point. Tried to flip it in down low. Blocked by Kupich and cleared by the Panthers. Whipped across the ice. Rayom with a long-range wrist shot is wide of the target. And they couldn't clear the zone, or couldn't keep the zone. Cleared all the way down. Smith will play it. And he'll saucer it ahead up the right wing for Logan Graham to play it back in his own end. Skates in front of his netminder. 8 minutes, make it 7 minutes gone by. As Often Spring skates in on left, make it right wing. Loses the handle, will end up getting it back from Christopher Wright. And he has stood up into the boards by Manthe. Puck below the goal line. 2-on-2 cluster. Zuo able to work the puck free.
Good back check.
Zuo now reverses. Plays it around the boards. Manthe will have a decision to make in left defense. Works it up the near board. Shaw clears the zone. It comes all the way down. Ryan got stepped in front of by Mihalik. Winds it around the far boards. As Strake will dig in from left to right across the offensive line. This is Christopher Wright. Centering pass was blocked. The Panthers try to clear it, and they're able to get it out to center ice. Skated in by Azakoya, then turned right over at the blue line for Blake now to skate back in, shoots and scores! That's his second of the game. Christopher Smith's going to want that one back, and the deficit has been cut to 3. It's still 5-2 Strake.
Hey, Ridge Point thinks they can tie this game. I mean, really good pressure. Smith just not on his game this period. And Blake staying with things. Hey, how about another one here?
5-2 the score. Sammy Blake has scored both of the Panther markers here in the second period. Now David Rayome skates. That one filtered in down low, wide of goal. Manthe with speed. Skates through center ice. Takes it himself. Takes the shot, and that is gloved by Smith. 6:38 remaining in the second period. 5-2 Crusaders.
The undersized and undermanned Ridge Point Panthers. Again, I mean, a 500 team, but in a tough division. And they have about 4 or 5 guys who can score.
Kip and Haas for the faceoff to the left of Smith. Flipped out to the neutral zone by Rayome. Ibrahim backhands up the boards, skated by Rayome, and now it's Shaw, hassled by Salo. It's flipped off the inboards. Salo, dangerous pass in front of his own goaltender with pressure. Schindel tried to turn it back the other way. Matthews works it out to center ice. Gets tied up by Schindel, shoulder to shoulder. Played across Carter Kipp. Hard off his skate and down into the corner. Swept at by Ibrahim. It's Carter Kipp who controls left wing corner. Still skating, and he couldn't get through Haas, and he backhands it out to the center ice position zone. Here's David Rayome. Up the right wing. Matthews. Middle of the ice for Kipp. Hard off his stick. Skated in down left wing by Haas. Haas with a long range shot and a save by Smith. Haas will get it back. Keeps it in the corner. Kipp controls, and he flips it out to center ice off the stick of Kupich. She's getting tracked down by Ramuth. She turns it up the boards, but not out. Kept on the line by Kipp. Left it in left wing circle. Here's Matthews, stick handling into the corner. Works it down the goal line. Still Matthews, down the right corner now. Up top for a long drive. Oh, and redirected just wide of goal by Kipp as the initial shot came from Salo at the right point. He's going to get another chance at it. No. Active stick of Haas, and he gets it out to center ice and skates down left wing and across the line. A backhand centering pass is poked at by Blake right into the glove of Christopher Smith, who makes the save and keeps it at a 3-goal game. 4:59 to go.
Man, I think Haas went behind the back on that pass. That was flashy, but Smith with a nice rebound catch.
Face off in the offensive zone for the Panthers.
Hey, this looks like a normal game now, Mike.
Ridge Point spotted Strake Jesuit 5 goals, but have scored the last 2. Both coming here in the second period. Ryan wins the faceoff. Ladle back to the blue line. Manthe plays it in deep. Ryan keeps it moving around to the right wing corner behind goal. Ozarkoya gets tied up by 2 Crusaders. Comes back to the right point. Manthe with a shot. Oh, and it went through Ryan, who was at the side of the net. Ryan ends up losing it to Logan Graham. Down below the goal line for McCulley to lift to the blue line, but not out. Zuo with a shot comes down to the slot, and it'll be skated out by Genman. Genman on right wing, poked away by Zuo. Zuo tried to get it into the zone, and it's touched up for an offside.
Now Zuo, he's a fighter. He's probably one of the smaller guys out there, but man, he took on about 4 guys trying to keep that in the zone. Scrappy player. Now let's see if Ridge Point can keep the pressure on in the last 4 minutes here. They've outshot Strake 8-4 this period.
10:42 gone by here in the second. 5-2. Strake Jesuit in front. Puck is in the Crusader zone. Ozarkoya working with Ryan on the forecheck. Along those far boards. Kept alive Manthe. Manthe shoots from the right point. In front all alone was Blake, but he couldn't get a stick on it for a redirection. Blake keeps it alive as Rayome went down. Check that was Graham that went down. Around the far boards, down below the goal line, Ozarkoya. Looking to whip one in front, but he's forced wide by Graham. Now he gets one in front, but that goes through Blake. And Manthe will shoot from a tough angle off the chest of Smith. and skated out by Graham. Middle of the ice, left to right with speed across the Panther line. Forced wide by Zuo. Cuts in and forced behind the goal line by Manthe. Good piece of defending by Cohen Manthe and Jeffrey Zuo. Pass, or make that a shot, was off the left pad of Try and swept to the near boards. 3:15 to go as Manthe spins it up the near boards, but not out. Kept alive by Ray, make that Graham, and he will skate down. Loses it to Blake. Manthe went down as Blake feeds it all the way down, and icing is whistled on Ridge Point. 12:01 gone. Second period, 5-2 Crusaders.
Great effort by the Panthers. Unfortunately, this face-off in their zone. Still plenty of time this period to make a difference.
Rayom and Graham, 2 goals each for Strake Jesuit. Matthews has the 5th goal. Sammy Blake has scored both goals for Ridge Point here in the second period. The tie-up off the face-off, spun in deep by Mihalik. Comes back out, and it is picked off by Schindel, who skates from right to left. Boston Schindel shoots, and a save. Christopher Smith as Schindel took his shot from the high slot. 2:44 to go.
Smith's not gloving the original shots this period. He's making the save, and it's popping in the air, and he's gloving it the second time. So Ridge Point can pounce on those.
Ridge Point coming in off a 4-1 loss on Sunday to San Antonio, in which they gave up 66 shots to the junior Rampage. Schindel had the only goal in the game, and he's got the puck right now. Backhands one to the slot, and a shot by Haas.
Whoa!
Oh, that almost beat Christopher Smith, but he's able to stick the leg out, get the stop, and make the save. 2:28 to go.
66 shots. When I was in college, Mike, the Quebec Nordiques gave up, I want to say 85 to the Bruins one night.
In regulation?
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
Who was the Quebec goalie? And I'll look it up, but it was not pretty.
Konchak had a better game on Sunday against the junior Rampage than his start here tonight. He stopped 62 of those 65 shots. 62 of 65, an empty net goal by San Antonio as well. There's a shot blocked. Puck filtered out to the neutral zone. Schindel whips it to the blue line for the chip in by Haas, cleared by Strake Jesuit. Now Ibrahim will backhand it off the scorer's booth glass. Matthews, Kip, high slot, shot, pad, save, rebound, off the post, a third whack at it, and it is kept out by Cry. Matthews, I think Kip, and then Jenman all had whacks at it, and Michael Cry keeps this a 3-goal game.
Who had that wide open second look? I mean, that was...
I think that was Kip.
I mean, that was as wide open as you could be, and it hit the post.
Face off to the left of Cry. Soft shot. Graham didn't get all of it and never reached goal. Kip trying to get one in front and dropping on it. Cry. Battling for space was Matthews at the top of the crease. 1:41 remaining here in the second period. 5-2 Strake Jesuit.
The stars are aligned for the Panthers this period. They've outshot Strake 10-5 and outscored them 2-0. Obviously, they trail by 3 still.
Graham shoots from the left point. Couple of whacks at it in front. And again, Michael Cry able to shut the door as Matthews was battling in front. Skated out by Zuo, but stopped on the Ridge Point side of the red line by Darshan Patel. 2-on-2 battle here in front of us, and then it is skated back into the Strake Jesuit zone for recoiling will be Logan Graham. Up the right wing board, pass Kip. Zuo lifts it out the center ice, kick back in to the Panther zone by Graham, and then it is spun back in by Ozarkoya. Ozarkoya, first one to get it on the forecheck, leaves it there. Matthews will play it between his legs, and it'll be skated out. Jenman down the right wing now. Carter Kip with a wrist shot, save, rebound, score! It came right to the stick of Logan Graham, and that is a hat trick for the senior. And it is 6-2, Strake Jesuit.
Logan Graham, I mean, just a smart player, knows where he needs to be, follows the play. He waits for the rebound that did come, and he didn't miss that time. And a hat trick for a defenseman doesn't happen very often. So celebrate it, Logan Graham.
14-18, the time of the goal. Lead back to 4 for Strake. Ridge Point wins the faceoff. Kupich off the boards. Shaw sends it in. And that's going to roll all the way down for icing. That stops the clock with 31.3 left to go, period number 2.
I can see why Strake is good. Obviously, they're defensive players, Graham and Ryan, big, long striding skaters, good puck handlers, just a solid back line. Makes things easy for Smith and Saratatse.
For the most part, 99% of them all match.
Yeah.
In a league that you often see as that puck is flipped into the Strake bench by Schindel. In a league where you see helmets of different colors like Ridge Point, sometimes players have different color shorts on. You just never know. For Strake Jesuit, the only one that's sticking out is Darshan Patel, who's wearing a practice jersey tonight.
We've had some nightmare jersey stories.
There's a backhander in front by Mihalik wide. Salo, shot from the point, easily blocked by Haas, skated all the way down. Icing is called. Haas is complaining that Smith came out of his crease to play the puck, but then decided not to. Haas was the first one down, but that doesn't negate icing. 8.7 to go. It was one of the Ridge Point games we did where jersey numbers were different because they weren't wearing the appropriate jersey. Timothy Wang was one of them. I think Kai Woods was the other. There's a backhander off the faceoff, and that is paddled away by Cry. Ridge Point clear it, and that brings us to the end of the second period. 6-2 Crusaders after 2. This is the ISHL Game of the Week on the Legacy Sports Network.
Looking for electrical help you can count on? Switch to Mr. Electric. We have some of the best trained electricians in the business, and they're ready to help you with any project, big or small. Best of all, with Mr. Electric, our work is 100% guaranteed. That's why so many people trust Mr. Electric.
We've got the power to make things better. Mr. Electric. We've got the power.
Are you ready to restart your path to wellness? At the Hotze Health and Wellness Center, the most common goals that we hear from our new guests are losing weight, increasing energy, improving sleep, and increasing mental focus and clarity. Most importantly, people want off the prescription medications and to get back to a healthy and balanced life naturally. Are these your health goals too? Let us help you take charge of your health and wellness, just as we're helping thousands of others every day. Get off the meds and on to wellness naturally. Let our doctors, nurses, nutritionists, and wellness coaches carefully craft the healthy life you've imagined. Feel better, look better, live better. Visit HWC.com to learn more, or call us at 281-698-8698. Mention this ad and receive 2 of Dr. Hotze's best-selling books free with your consultation. 281-698-8698. That's 281-698-8698 or Hotze, HWC.com.
Coming up in 3 weeks is the ISHL playoffs for 2024, and the Legacy Sports Network will have coverage of 4 games. On Friday, March 22nd, we'll have a first-round South Division game, then a North Division semifinal doubleheader on Saturday, which will be followed on Sunday night, March 24th, by the Justice Cup final at 7. If you can't make it to the games live, do the next best thing and listen live on the Legacy Sports Network.
Shots are actually pretty close. Strake 18, Ridge Point 17.
6-2 Strake Jesuit, final period about to get underway. Cry to our left, Smith to our right. Puck in the Strake zone. On the forecheck, Ryan dealing with Graham. Down the board, Sammy Blake. Centering pass, that's deflected to the high slot and skated out by Strake Jesuit. Carter Kipp down left wing, whips a shot and a glove save by Michael Cry, 19 seconds in.
I looked up the game. I mentioned it was actually 73 shots by the Bruins against Quebec. Ron Tugnut stopped 70 of them in a 3-3 tie.
Some name.
The Bruins were really good in those days. Well, they're still good.
Played up the boards, not out. Patel keeps it alive, left point. Spins it in down low. Try to get it back from Vermouth. Patel steps down, and then it is Kip who wheels with it. Down low, they score. Position at the top of the crease for the easy tap in was Jonathan Matthews, and it's 7-2 Crusaders here in the third.
Yeah, they forgot about him. He was on the doorstep, and that was a layup, tap in. And Matthews has 2 goals. Graham has a hat trick, and Rayum has 2. And now, well, it could get a little dicey now.
Even strength goal. 5, or make it 6 of the 7 Strake Jesuit goals tonight have been even strength tallies with 1 power play goal. Often Spring up top. Tries a pass across. It's kicked at by Yates. Down low, Haas plays it up the near board, make it the far boards, and Schindel will skate it out from left to right for Ridge Point. And taken off the play, good active stick by Richard Sallow. Puck is tied up, body's tied up, backhanded out to the neutral zone by Often Spring. Handed back to right defense, Valerie Kupich. Plays it back into the Crusader zone. Right defense, Sallow up the boards, but turned over to Haas. Gates comes back to help. Down it goes into the Crusader zone. Flipped out by the Crusaders and skated down the left wing by Mihalik. Here's Kupich. Mihalik ends up taking it away from her. Didn't want to check him, and then Haas with a stiff check on Mihalik below the goal line and behind the goal. No penalty is called. Here's a long shot from a tough angle by Rayom, and Cry able to make the save nearly 2 minutes into the third period. 7-2 Crusaders.
Yeah, only 2 penalties tonight, I believe, and pretty clean efforts. Yeah, I'm impressed with Cry. He came in a tough situation, and yeah, he's given up some goals, but man, he's made some really good saves on some lightning shots.
Face-off win by Kip. And a swing and a miss by Rayom. Now Ryan will skate down. He's got a man breaking to the net. That's Blake, and a redirect from Blake and a stop by Smith. Oh, that was a great setup, but Smith keeps Blake at 2 goals here tonight for Ridge Point.
Best save of the night for Smith. I mean, that pass across the slot, I mean, that was right on line, and Smith got that with the stick hand.
Face off to the right of Smith. Win by Kip. Patel skates behind his own net. Up the left wing, out of the reach of Logan Graham. Manthe controls it right defense and filters it back down past the stick of Patel and into Crusader zone. 2:20 gone by here in the third period. It is 7-2 Strake Jesuit. Michael Silvers and David Feliciano with you. Final ISHL game of the week for the regular season. Manthe in a skate race. Stick is lifted up from behind by Logan Graham, but Manthe controls anyway, and then his outlet feed is blocked by Wright. Recoiling back behind the net is Zuo. Kip able to pick his pocket, put on the brakes at the half wing, skate along the goal line. Backhand centering pass was deflected, and Ryan skates it out from left to right for the Panthers. Cutting to his left, long range shot in and out of the glove of Smith. Taken behind the net by Rayom, then he lost it. Blake tries to feed one in front. Here's Azakoya with a shot, a rebound, and it goes over the goal, and there's a penalty on the play. It's going to be called on Strake Jesuit.
Yeah, Azakoya on the doorstep. He got hit from behind. Tried to slam it in. Man, he's having a really good night tonight. Always in the middle of play, and he drew a penalty there.
I think Graham's off for cross-checking.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And right on Azakoya's neck. Almost slammed it in for a goal.
Time of the penalty, 3:11 of this third period. This is a Mr. Electric power play for Ridge Point. They are 0 for 1. Mr. Electric, we've got the power to make things better. Patel into the corner for Mihalik, and he can't clear the zone. Down the half wing, pinching in Ibrahim. Worked in front, and again a clearing attempt is blocked. Ibrahim with a long range shot, and that is swallowed up by Christopher Smith. 1:43 of penalty time remaining, 11:32 here tonight from the Slice. Face off in the offensive zone to the left of Christopher Smith, senior goaltender for Strake Jesuit. They have one more game after tonight. This is it for the regular season for Ridge Point. Strake Jesuit able to clear it off the tie-up. Matthew, watched by Matthews on the forecheck. Ibrahim will skate from left to right through center. Go rink wide with a feed to Blake. Gets it off the chip by Haas. Loses it, flipped in down low by Ibrahim. Matthews works it to the far corner. Reversed by Logan Graham. Make that David Rayom. Logan Graham's in the box for cross-checking. 1:15 of power play time remaining as Matthew forces it down the left wing boards. Puts on the brakes. Up top, Ibrahim down looking to feed Hayden Haas at the side of the net, but that was blocked. Ibrahim gets it back, trying to shot pass. That was blocked to the far boards by Graham. Make it Rayom, getting those two guys confused. Puck bouncing to the top of the crease. Patel's able to clear it down. 45 seconds to go on the Crusader kill. 4.5 gone by here in the third period. 7-2. One more goal by Strake Jesuit. We'll have a running clock with a 6-goal advantage. Clearing attempt comes to the neutral zone. Glove down by Ibrahim. Sent across to the right wing boards. Haas will skate right circle. Down low. His shot is paddled away by Smith. 20 seconds of penalty time remaining on the cross-checking minor to Logan Graham as Strake is able to send it down back into the Panther zone. Matthew ties up Matthews. Played up the right wing by Ibrahim. Haas rink wide with a feed. That's off the boards, in across the line, but offside is called. 4 seconds to go on the Ridge Point power play. 9:52 for the third, 7-2 Strake.
Shots are still close. 21 for Strake, 20 for Ridge Point. So Strake 7 goals on 21 shots, 33%. They'll take that every night.
Often Spring will take the face-off outside of his zone, lose it to Haas. Penalty time is over as Logan Graham comes out of the box. Zuo out of the reach of Schindel. Puck goes into the far corner. Schindel and Salo cancel each other out. Puck is worked free and will be left behind by Salo. Schindel turns it down the boards. Gets some help by Hayden Haas. Puck work to the near boards by Jensen, or Jenman. And Rayom tries to stick handle through center. Jenman down along the left wing. Rayom battling. Clearing attempt hit a linesman, George Lahaki. Crusaders the benefit of that. To get it down low, but Zuo finds a teammate, Schindel, and he sends it down the length of the ice, but it's forced to be played by Smith, who hit his own man as he was trying to pass. Shaw down cross corner with the dump in. Carried there by Graham. 8:40 to go here in Sugarland. Taken away by Ryan. Kept alive by Ryan. Down left wing. Centering pass went off the heel of the stick of Ozarkoya, who gets tied up by Jenman. Stick is lifted. Shaw trying to keep it alive, but it comes out to center ice and stays at center ice as Zuo will retreat. Back behind the red line. Now skates middle of the ice through center. Shot was blocked, and Salo works it back out to the neutral zone, where it is intercepted by Blake, who was almost teed up by Carter Kipp, who missed the check. Carter Kipp coming into this game off a 1-game suspension for kneeing a player in the Seven Lakes game. Or he was suspended for the Seven Lakes game after kneeing an opponent and receiving a 10-minute game misconduct. 7:45 remaining. Puck in the neutral zone. Matthew right defense lost it. Here's Kip who will skate in. Kip sends it back for the shot. Oh, what a save! Logan Graham robbed by Michael Cry.
I don't know how Cry got that one. I mean, that Cry was a sitting duck. He just kind of threw his body on it. Wow, Cry, really impressive night. Under artillery assault, and Cry coming in with a 5.34, played really well.
That would have been the 4th goal for Graham, who has it right there. Shoots and a glove save.
Whoa.
Flashing the leather, Michael Cry. 7:29 to go, 7-2 Crusaders.
Cry's like, hey, I want to be a starter. I mean, that was solid save.
Well, he's a freshman.
He's going to see a lot of time.
The young man he replaced inside 5 minutes of this game, Joshua Konchak. This is his final game in the regular season. Ridge Point will take on Seven Lakes in the first round of the postseason. A long drive and another glove save by Cry. That shot had a lot of mustard behind it off the stick of Logan Graham.
I mean, these glove saves are top quality. No problem whatsoever by Cry.
7:18 to go. Strake Jesuit looking for their 8th goal and a running clock to get out of this Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. Now there's some trouble. Cry has to close his legs as he's on his backside in front of Ethan Remuth.
The Panthers have got to get this out of the zone. I mean, this is poor Cry. He's seeing everything here.
So after all those great saves for a fluky goal to beat him like that,
I mean, send
would
it
have been
down.
something else.
Just have an icing or something.
Ibrahim forced to play it again after the good forecheck of Carter Kipp, and now it's skated out. Long range shot and a save. I think that was Hayden Haas, and it was a glove save by Christopher Smith. 6:57 to go.
Now Smith, I was looking at the records. He's actually one of the top winners in the last 4 years in this league. Something like 40-plus wins.
Face off to the right of Smith. And a win for Strake Jesuit. Rayom turned it over to Haas in the corner. Spun in front and a save by Smith. Shaw had nobody on as the puck now finds the stick of Matthews, who has scored a couple tonight for the Crusaders. Down the boards, Logan Graham dealing with 2 Panthers. Able to try to find, couldn't find the open man, sprinting to the left side of the goal. That was Jack Kirby on for a shift. Matthews at right defense up the boards. Logan Graham turned over to Zuo, but Graham is forechecking and is able to take the puck away. Shot is blocked by the stick of Matthews. Glove down, Matthews collides with his own man. His shot is stopped by Cry from the right wing circle with 6:12 to go.
Let's just say it's getting a little loose out there. The playmaking has kind of gone out the window, and it's just a lot of back and forth and heavy shots on goal. So Cry may see plenty more tonight.
Face off to the left of Cry. Comes back to Darshan Patel, right defense. Skates down the right wing boards. Kept alive by Matthews in the corner. He's able to peel away with the puck. Out of his reach just a little bit, and Blake goes down. Matthews with a good check in the offensive zone, but Blake stands up, recovers, gives it off to Manthe, out to the neutral zone, skating up the middle of the ice from left to right, now cuts to his left across the line. Tries a centering feed, it was blocked. Then a rebound right back to Manthe and a save by Smith. 5:54 to go.
Ridge Point has stayed with Strake in the shots category. Ridge Point at 23, Strake at 24.
Cy Woods and Memorial West in the nightcap here at the Sugar Land Ice and Sports Center. Still time to get down here if you're on the fence.
Traffic was heavy tonight, so now you can get down here.
Puck in the offensive zone for Ridge Point. It was skated out momentarily by McCulley. And now down the boards, Brown able to shoot it in. Brown gets to the puck first, tied up by Ibrahim. Ibrahim up the far boards. Ozerkoya swings and misses, turned over. Brown not able to get a shot off as Cuppage comes back in support. Patel skates in deep. Try to get it back to a teammate, McCauley, still on his backhand, keeping it alive. Patel shoots, blocked by Kupich. McCauley shoots, and a loose puck. And Jedman couldn't get a shot off of the side of the net. A blast by Salo from the right point was blocked and cleared by the Panthers. And then poked ahead by Ryan. Ozakoya cutting to the net. Ryan in the right wing corner. Turned over to Patel. Played up and out to center ice. And Kupich in a skate race. Now skating in, Jedman. Jedman having trouble with the puck. Shoots and scores! Eight to 2, Crusaders. Jedman scores his 4th of the season, and it comes at 10:23.
He really wanted that one. He fought all the way up, past the blue line. You could just tell he wanted to get on the score sheet, and he did.
When they put the puck back in play with a 6-goal margin, I think they're going to run it. We'll see at the next whistle. Aiden Haas try to turn it in to the Crusader zone. Here comes Logan Graham. He shoots, that went off the iron. Well, he has got some kind of a wrist shot. 2-on-1 battle near boards, the advantage, Ridge Point. Down in the corner though, it's Vermouth. He gets tied up, puck comes back. Rayon with a shot, it's chipped in off the deflection by Carter Kipp. 9-2 Crusaders.
Clock is running, Mike.
Yep.
That's a hat trick for Rayon. Well, this might be a first. You may never see this. 2 defensemen have hat tricks tonight.
We'll see in the final score sheet whether or not Carter Kipp will get that goal because he was in front. I thought it might have been redirected in. Maybe you're right. Your eyes, you don't wear glasses, I do.
I got contacts in there.
So we'll see what they eventually put up on the score sheet when the league scores it on the website. Oh, here's a shot and a save as Graham was looking for his 4th. Try able to shoulder that one away. 3:15 to go. Rayon tied up by Schindel. Puck taken away by the shorter man. He'll skate in and will shoot, and that one a save by Smith. Back comes Graham, striding in from left to right, burrowing across the line. On his backhand, puts on the brakes, back to Kipp, they score. 10-2. Yes. It was 6-2 at the end of the second period. Now a 4-goal explosion here, Dave, in the third.
Yeah, Ridge Point got close at 5-2, and Strake said, "To heck with that," and they turned it up. And I tell you, the defenseman just making every play. Graham taking that up, and Kipp taking advantage.
Ryan skates in left to right. Wrist shot blocked. Out of the reach of Blake, who's able to recover below the goal line. Try to get it across to Smith, reverse behind the goal, and that is stopped by Oftenspring, trying to get that puck off the back of the net. Comes free to Blake, who has both of the goals for Ridge Point tonight. Kupich gets it back to Blake, down the right wing board, skates in, tries to flip it from a tough angle. They whack at it, it is cleared. And then Oftenspring will leave it in his own zone, try to recover. It's whipped in deep by Blake before it is shuttled out by Patel. Offside is called as the clock continues to move, less than 1:45 to go. 10-2, Strake Jesuit in control.
Again, Ridge Point coming in here without Tim Wang, best player, and a short bench. So they had a tall hill to climb, and they stuck with them for a couple of periods.
Asked head coach Darcy Ryan before we came on the air tonight, well, this question probably doesn't amount to much knowing your scratches, but I was going to ask him if he felt that his team was better equipped to match up against Strake since the November game in which they lost 8-2, but the question was moot because he wasn't given a full complement of his roster tonight because of the traveling commitments of some of his players.
Yeah, I still think they can make a little noise in the playoffs. They should win their first game.
55 seconds, clock continuing to move. Strake Jesuit has one more game after tonight to put their stamp on the 2023-2024 season. This is it for Ridge Point. They will finish 10-10, exactly 500 in the South Division this season, locked into the number 4 when the playoffs start in 3 weeks. They will take on Seven Lakes in the first round. Less than 30 seconds to go on this running clock. Face-off win for the Panthers. Manthe backhands it into the Crusader zone. 15 seconds to go. Schindel, half-wing boards. Centers one. Blake with a shot, and that's bockered away. Christopher Smith keeps it at 2 goals allowed, and that will do it. Strake Jesuit with an emphatic 10-2 victory over Ridge Point to improve their record to 14-4-1. Earn the 2 points, gives them 29 with 1 game to go. Ridge Point finishes the regular season 10 up, 10 down, no games even. They remain with 20 points. We'll return to wrap it all up after these messages. This is the ISHL Game of the Week on the Legacy Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Dr. Steve Hotze. Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you fed up with your doctor giving you drugs simply to mask your symptoms rather than treating the cause? As you age, I believe you should be brimming with energy, vitality, and enthusiasm for life. The Hotze Health and Wellness Center treats individuals from all over the country and world in an environment of extraordinary hospitality. We specialize in the treatment of allergies, yeast, replenishing natural hormones, vitamin and mineral supplementation, and a healthy eating lifestyle, all of which boost your immune system, increase your energy level, and your health span. If you'd like to obtain and maintain health and wellness naturally without pharmaceutical drugs, then contact one of our wellness consultants today at 281-698-8698 or visit hotzehwc.com and request a free copy of my best-selling book, Hormones, Health, and Happiness.
There are only 2 names to know when buying or selling commercial or residential real estate property. Kim Walt and Danette Watuski in Houston with RE/MAX Results are those 2 names. As part of RE/MAX Results, Kim Walt and Danette Watuski make your transaction smooth. RE/MAX Results. #WantToMove. Congratulates all local high school athletes. Their phone number is 713-777-SOLD.
Legacy Sports Network, now celebrating 16 years of broadcast excellence. We're your home for local high school sports coverage. Expect excellent audio and video production. Whether listening at home or at the game, find us at lsnsports.com. Legacy Sports Network, building a legacy, one game at a time.
I'm Lizbeth Marquez, the founder and creator of Houston City Beat, where we are storytellers of Houston, bringing you original content over a multitude of platforms, connecting you with fellow Houstonians. Together, we collaborate to be Houston strong, because this is my hometown and this is your hometown too. And there's just something about that beat. Houston City Beat.
Final score here from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. Strake Jesuit 10, Ridge Point 2. Michael Silvers and David Feliciano back to wrap it all up. Another ISHL game of the season, or game of the week, is in the books. We'll be back for the playoffs. Well, I will for the first 3 games. Dave will be off a plane from Chicago at Bush Intercontinental Airport and driving right to the Aerodrome for the Justice Cup Finals Sunday, March 24th at 7 p.m. So, coming up in 3 weeks, we'll have playoff coverage. We'll have a South Division first round game, followed by a North Division doubleheader on Saturday, the Justice Cup Final, 7 p.m., March 24th, Sunday night. Can't make it to the games live? Do the next best thing and tune us in here on the Legacy Sports Network. Dominating performance tonight, Dave, by the Strake Jesuit Crusaders to earn 2 points.
Yeah, and they were missing some players too, but 28 shots, 10 goals on 28 shots, and really in good shape for the playoffs. Depending on what the official scoring is, we may have seen a double hat trick by defensemen, which I've never seen. If this defensive line plays like they played tonight, they're going to go far in the playoffs.
Now, them Strake Jesuit will have the first round game against PFC. They should be able to get by, but how top heavy is this South Division when you have last year's champ San Antonio moving in from the North Division to equal out the divisions after Cinco Ranch folded up shop? You also have Memorial West, who won their state championship earlier in this calendar year, and Strake Jesuit, the top 3 teams, only one of them is going to go to the Justice Cup final. It's a very top heavy division.
That's right. Memorial is Nathan Horn, who's best all-around player, Mr. Points, averages something like 4 or 5 points a game. And San Antonio, who we have not seen yet this year, at least I haven't, making the long journey in, essentially an all-star team for that whole city, but nonetheless, they want the cup back.
Can they go back-to-back? That'll be the question. They won it last year, defeating Strake Jesuit 7-2 in the Aerodrome on a Sunday night. That wraps up the ISHL Game of the Week for 2024. Hope you enjoyed all 6 of our games, but we're not done yet. 3 weeks from tonight, the playoffs start, and we'll have coverage for you right here on the Legacy Sports Network. Final score, Strake Jesuit 10, Cy Woods 2. For David Feliciano and our entire crew, Michael Silver saying so long from the Sugarland Ice and Sports Center. This has been a presentation of the Legacy Sports Network. This game is a production of the Legacy Sports Network. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Legacy Sports Network is strictly prohibited. Until the playoffs, so long, everybody.